At the top of the conference, both undefeated with 5-0 records. Christopher Newport coming into the contest ranked 23rd in the nation with a 5-0 record in the conference and 20-3 overall. Southern Virginia, the visiting Knights, coming into this contest also 5-0 in the conference with a 17-5 record. We'll get starting lineups for you after they have been presented as the CNU captains and Southern Virginia Knights get set. We've got our warm-up period down. The captains, who remain 23rd in the AVCA poll for the second straight week, enter Friday with this record of 20-3, and they've had a pretty good year here at the Freeman Center. More about that in a little bit. CNU has won 11 of its 12 matches here at Christopher Newport. Kayla Newsom has better the senior number 5 out of Virginia Beach, Tyler McGill. After Tyler McGill comes number 6, Abby Orrin, the outside hitter and freshman from Williamsburg, Virginia. Following her, the strong hitter from Newsom's, Virginia, number 9, Caitlin Newsom, the 5'10 senior, comes next. After Newsom, the 6'2 freshman outside hitter from Dominion High School, Megan O'Hara, and then Katie Crawford rounds out the group before, I believe, here comes the last one, number 20, Katie Piper. So there's your starting 7 for Christopher Newport. As for the visiting Knights, it'll be number 6, Laurie Crockett, number 12, Allison Teagues, number 13, Penny Gwynn, number 14, Haley Lahones, number 15, Hannah Allred, 18, Knight, and 19, Higher. We'll be right back after the national anthem. You're watching CNUsports.com/live. And welcome back to CNUsports.com/live. We've got our starting 14, and we are just about ready to go. This team visiting Christopher Newport today, 5-0 in the conference. The Knights on a 13-match winning streak. I'm joined by Austin Ertz. Austin, welcome to the broadcast. What are you most looking forward to this evening?
I'm looking forward to an exciting CAC matchup between Southern Virginia and CNU. Southern Virginia has been on pretty good form recently. They just recently had their 13-win streak snapped by Virginia Wesleyan in a 4-set match. CNU was able to defeat Virginia Wesleyan in 3 sets. So hopefully another CNU win tonight, and they'll be on top of the tables.
Only a few more games remaining in the schedule for Christopher Newport, as they have one tomorrow on Saturday against Frostburg State, and that'll be it here at the Freeman Center before a couple of games in Pennsylvania next weekend against York, Penn State, Harrisburg, and they will take a trip to Grantham to see Messiah. So we start with a serve from Tyler McGill. And that is how we start the game. Ball up into the block. Captains can't keep it up, and first point goes to the Knights.
Number 15, Hannah Allred, is a name we're going to be seeing a lot tonight. She's been a very big force in the Knights lineup this year as a senior. And then Captains will hopefully be able to shut her down tonight with good blocks coming in from the front line.
So Katie Piper, meanwhile, gets the kill. The Captains knot this thing up at 1. Still plenty of volleyball to be played, but it's Piper's turn to serve right from about the free throw line, and she puts it into the net. It's 1-2.
Unfortunate error for the Captains. They'll want to look very clean, keep the ball in the court at all times as much as they can, and hopefully avoid any unforced errors.
Ball sent over. CNU having trouble with it, maintaining the offensive pressure. That one sent by Gwen. And the point going to come from number 10. That is Megan O'Hara, and things are equaled up at 2.
Great tip there from Megan O'Hara, just catching the Southern Virginia block off guard, and it bounces off their hands onto the floor. Strong serve from Lucernoni there, not able to handle the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds for an ace off the Southern Virginia defense.
Lucernoni goes to serve again. That ball up. And sent over by Gwen, and nothing doing there for Josie Lucernoni. And Austin, we're only 6 points in, but what do you think it's going to take for one team to pull away, both in this first set and in the game, as there's a strong possibility these two teams, who are both undefeated in the conference, another unforced error there by number 12, Allison Tiggs, but these two teams knotted up at the top of the conference, 5-5. But what do you think it's going to take for either team to win?
Well, definitely for Southern Virginia, it's going to take a lot of effort on their part to keep their game clean. That's one of the main reasons that they lost against Virginia Wesleyan last time out. They had, I believe it was at least 15 serving errors, which is an incredible amount. Meanwhile, Virginia Wesleyan kept their game clean, only had 2. But CNU will need to watch out for Penny Gwynn and Hannah Allred. And they've done this in the past. They've carried the team on their back. Southern Virginia loves to give them the ball, and they do a great job when they get the ball.
Captains now on a little bit of a roll as Ashley Burgess starts her day serving. Sent over by Gwen. It's right into the block and down. And Riley Garrison, I believe, was right there in the middle. Pushed the ball down onto the CNU side, and a side out there for the Knights. The serve now to come from Penny Gwen. Dug up by Crawford. Burgess into Garrison for the kill. 7-4 Christopher Newport.
The kill caught a piece of the block there, but it just wasn't enough, and it went down to the floor.
Now Katie Crawford with the serve, just a little bit. Excuse me, I thought it was just a little bit too far, as it was a misplay by Lexi Wolfgram. She thought it was going to fly long, and it ended up on the line for an ace. And now a nice roof to be set up by Piper and Garrison. The Captains set up by Piper and Garrison. The Captains now up 9-4.
So Garrison this year has done a great job. This year has done a great job. 1.07 blocks with her set.
Okay, Crawford with the unforced error there makes it 9-5. What a way to make a living. Hannah Loans. Serve is up from Hannah Loans. Set from Burgess, kill. Set from Burgess, kill. Another unforced error there for Christopher Newport. Another unforced error Riley Garrison, she ended up in the net. Riley Garrison, she ended up in the net. Now we're working overtime. 9-6. Now we're working overtime.
Unfortunate there. The set was just a bit too close to the net, and Garrison wasn't able to get on the ball without going into the net.
Lucernoni got the initial pass, and Burgess called for the set, couldn't get to the back row in time. Looked like Crawford could have gotten there. In fact, she was in spot, but Burgess called her off. That ball hits the hardwood. It's 9-7. Katie Piper puts it up in the air and ends up out of play. About 4 rows deep to make it 9-8.
Haley really far out of bounds. Serve there, uncharacteristic defense by the captain. And it goes really far out of bounds.
That ball sent long from Haley alone.
Uncharacteristic defense by the captain.
The freshman. That ball sent long from Haley alone. Spring, Texas. The freshman middle out of Spring, Texas. Visiting Knights of Southern Virginia, 15, Hannah Allred with the serve. It's up in the air, dug out by Crawford. Crawford gives it to, I believe that was McGill, and it gets sent over the net by Piper. Captains now, before I can even figure out what happened the last time, send it over again, this time for number 2, Kellen DeChirico for the kill.
Kellen DeChirico comes straight into the match, and on her first touch, gets a point, a very crucial point at that for the captains.
Katie Piper now with the serve for Christopher Newport. Crockett over the outside. That is number 12, Tiggs. McGill, Crawford with a little tip over for number 13. Crockett's going to look for number 13, Gwynn this time. McGill's just going to push it over. A good dig. That one's just going to push it over. A good dig. That one now from, McKinley Knight. McKinley Knight. And that ball sails over from the back row. That sails over from the back row. That is Piper.
Piper putting a bit too much power. Piper putting it extends the Knights lead to 2. It extends the Knights lead to 2.
McKinley Knight now. Lucernoni. McGill, and the ball is a little far forward for Katie Crawford to do much with. Allred over the net. Allred over the net. McGill, Newsome with the kill. A
great job done by the captain. Switching up the hits. Used to be mostly number 14 and 20, Crawford and Piper, but now switching it up to Newsome, and it's definitely doing work.
Defensive specialist Josie Lucernoni back to serve. Captains down by 1, 23-22 here in set number 1. Lucernoni up. That ball sent by Allred. Allred to Crockett. And Lahones gets it. Now that ball sent over, and it's on the wrong side of the antenna, and now it is Allison Tiggs to serve. Here in the first set, captains need a side out here. The back row, Lucernoni, Crawford and Piper gets captains need a side out here. The back row, Lucernoni, Crawford and Piper sends the ball long, and the captains drop. Now Newsome, the first set, sends the ball long, and the captains drop to 22. The first set, it looks like that's how it's going to end. So we'll take a 3-minute break. To 22, there's some questions, and it looks like that's how it's going to end. So we'll take a 3-minute. Welcome back to the Freeman Center. And welcome back to the Freeman Center. Set number 2. A very important set number 2. Welcome back to the Freeman Center. These two teams knotted up set number 2. 5 wins, no losses apiece. Capital Athletic Conference matchup. Service error is how we get started in set number 2. Service error is how we get started in 5 wins, no losses apiece. Katie Piper now to serve. And the service error is how we get started. Katie Piper now to serve. Set into the block from number 13, Penny Gwen. That ball into the block for number 13, Penny Gwen. Obviously feel the importance of needing to win this second set, as you don't want to fall down. Obviously feel the importance of block for number 13, Penny Gwen. Again, 2 sets to none. Got by Gwen. 2-0, and Katie Piper once again. Obviously feel the importance of needing to win this second set. Somehow managed to get it over. The captain's none. Somehow managed to get it over just out of bounds off the fist by Gwen. Tipped over the captain's front line. Katie Piper continues. Somehow managed to get it over, and it is rolled just out of bounds off the fist. Right into the block and down. It was a good set there by Wolfgram, but nothing doing for Gwen.
An excellent job by the captain's block.
Gwen looking to kill, and right into the block and down. There's a good set there by Wolfgram, but nothing doing for Gwen. Captain's up 4-0 in this one. Katie Piper continues.
Getting up there again and again.
The ball awkwardly sent into a block by Tiggs. Once again, to the net this time. This one. Katie doesn't Piper even get into the block. It's 5-0 Captains. The ball awkwardly sent once again into a block by Tiggs. Once again into the net this time. Doesn't even get into the block. It's 5-0 Captains. Lucernoni. Katie Piper once again. Katie Piper from the back row, just a little bit long.
Blocking as much as they could have been.
You can see the frustration on head coach Nicole Gwynn's face. Lucernoni into McGill. Katie Piper from the back row,
right there
just
on
a
that
little
back
bit long.
line.
See the frustration on head coach Nicole Gwynn's face. Lucernoni, McGill. Gonna get a good pass from Lucernoni. Crawford's gonna push it into the net.
Right there on that back line.
Unfortunate there for
It's
Crawford.
5-1 rather. Lucernoni, McGill. Gonna get a good pass from Lucernoni. Crawford's gonna push it into the net though. Now from McKinley McKnight.
Unfortunate there for Crawford. It looked like she mistimed her jump and just hit it
Ball up and away, and so Knight will serve again from McKinley McKnight. That ball up and away, and so Knight will serve again. McGill, and Newsom pushes it into a block, and that gets sent way out of play.
Captains with a couple unforced errors
Lucernoni,
there, giving the Knights
McGill,
some points, but this time they're able to
Newsom
get the
pushes
points
it into a
themselves.
block, and that gets sent way out of play. Lead by 3 and send number 3 to the back line for an ace.
Unforced errors there,
Lucernoni's first
giving the
ace of the
Knights some
set.
points, but this time they're able
Now
to get another
7-3
point for
Captains.
themselves. Lucernoni
Captains
puts
lead
some
by
spin
3
on
and
that,
send number
and
3 to the
13,
back
Penny
line
Green
for an
not quite
ace.
ready for it.
Lucernoni's first
goes
ace
out
of the
play.
set. Now
All
7-3
right now.
Captains. A good set by
Lucernoni puts some spin on that.
Wolfgram.
Number 13, Penny Gwynn, not quite ready for it. Mishandles it and it goes out of play.
Laurie Crockett rather. All red now. A good set by this one to come from Allison Tiggs. Wolfgram. Tiggs, who just had the kill moments ago, serves that one long. Laurie Crockett rather. An unforced errors seem to be the theme of the set here. As the Captains had a couple of points early, but since then it's just been back and forth. Serves that one long. From both sides.
It's very true. Almost all of the
unforced errors seem to be the theme of the set here. As the Captains had a couple of points early, but since then it's just been back and forth. Mistakes from both sides. Actually, Burgess with the serve.
Almost all of the
Gwen gets a good solid hit on it. Burgess, and out of play off the arm of number 6, Abby Oren. Actually, Burgess with the serve. And Gwen gets lead 8-5 at the moment here in set number 2, trailing one set to off the arm of number 6, Abby Oren. Burgess. Captains lead 8-5 at the moment here in set number 2. Sweet little kill there from Oren, and the Captains lead now 9-5. And this was the exact score. Burgess 14 points into set number 1, 9-5. Sweet little kill there from Oren, and the Captains lead now 9-5. A push to even things up. This was the exact score. Good dig there by Lucernoni. Crawford points into set number 1, 9-5, and this is where Southern Virginia made a beginning of a push to even double touch there. All. Good dig there by Lucernoni. Crawford. Piper makes it 10-5. 10-foot line. And Crawford, a double touch there. Crockett on Crockett makes it 10-5. I believe that was Burgess who couldn't get the pass up. Crawford and Crockett relinquish the serve to the Knights. And I believe that was Burgess who couldn't get the pass up.
They were falling further and further behind.
And
as I say that, it's an
relinquish the serve to the Knights.
The arms of Piper, not able to control it. Crucial time for the Knights to get another crucial point. They were
after going down 10-5, they picked up the last 2 points.
And as I say that, it's an ace for Southern Virginia. Goes off the arms of Piper, not able to control it. And they get another crucial point.
Burgess, after going down 10-5, they picked up the last 2 points. Burgess this time outside of Oren. And Oren sends it right into the block of number 15, Hannah Allred. Burgess,
Great
Piper
job by
into the
Allred,
block.
getting up
Lucianoni there to cover.
deny Oren the kill.
Burgess this time outside to
Give
Oren.
the
And Oren sends it right into the block of number 15, Hannah Allred. Bones
It's a great job by Allred getting up there to deny
right in
Oren
between the
kill.
seam there.
And give the Knights another point.
Right in between Lucianoni and Katie Piper. This game is 10-9. Right in between the seam there.
A bit of miscommunication there.
Right in
Goes to
between
the Knights'
Lucianoni
advantage.
and Katie Piper. Lucianoni will get
This
that
game
one.
is
Burgess.
10-9.
Garrison with the kill.
Lucianoni and Piper is a great kill by Garrison. Definitely got up over the ball, sent it straight to the floor of the Knights, and halts the Knights' run at 4.
So here comes Tyrrell McBride. Crockett. Ball going to get rolled over by Allred. Tyrrell McBride gives it up to Chirico, and into the net goes number 19, Lindsay Heyer. And a freshman mistake there from Heyer makes it 12-9. McBride once again with a lofty serve. Allred, McBride. Burgess passes it to Piper, and the block gets sent out of bounds off of Heyer. Passes it
Great
to
hit, putting a
Piper,
lot
and
of
the
power
block
on it so
gets
that
sent
even
out of
if
bounds off of
the Knights
Heyer.
were able to get some hands on it,
Great
it would
hit,
go straight
putting
back
a
out
lot
of
of
bounds.
power
on it so that even if the Knights were able to get some hands on it, it would go straight back out of bounds.
Heyer now, the redeeming quality there. Gets herself
Heyer
a kill,
now.
13-10.
The redeeming
In
quality
favor of the
there.
home team, but Southern Virginia still
Gets herself a
keeping
kill,
things
13-10.
close and interesting
In
for
favor of the
that
home
matter.
team, but Southern
in set
Virginia
number
still
2. Keeping things close
Great
and
placement on the
interesting
kill.
for that
McBride
matter
not able to
in
get
set
there in
number
time.
2.
Just a fraction of a second
great
late.
placement
on the kill.
That's the point
McBride
for the
not
Knights.
able to get there in time. Just a fraction of a second late.
Serve up from Crockett,
That's the
Crawford,
point for the Knights.
Burgess, into Piper,
Serve
or
up from
into
Crockett
to
to Crawford.
Chirico rather, who sends it into the net. Now
Burgess
Crockett has to give it up
into Piper,
to
or
Knight.
into
That gives it to
Chirico,
Allred,
rather,
who sends it
into the
over.
net.
Now
Now
Crockett
Burgess
has
with
to
the
give
pass,
it up.
and Piper's going
to
to have
Knight.
to
Knight gives it to
shimmy
Allred,
up a
who sends
kill.
it over. Can't quite do
Now
it as he
Burgess
gets
with the pass, and
bounced
Piper's going to
up.
have to
Ends up back on the
shimmy up a
captain's
kill.
sideline to Chirico
Can't
now.
quite do it as it gets
Picked back
bounced
up. Allred now.
Ends
with
up
the
back on
tip.
the captain's
Burgess.
sideline to Chirico now.
Picked
And
back
Crawford
up.
over. And this rally
Allred now with the
continues.
tip.
Crockett.
Burgess. This time to number
And
12,
Crawford
Allison
over.
Tighe.
This rally continues. Crockett.
Heyer sends it over to Chirico.
This time to number 12,
Burgess now
Allison
Katie
Tighe.
Piper with the tip, and Heyer sends it over to Chirico. Burgess now Katie Piper.
Was ready in there. They were able to get the point after a very long rally.
McGill now on the serve. Allred sends it into the tape and subsequently into the antenna. And back to serve with the ball right away is Tyler McGill. She's not wasting any time. And that's an ace for Tyler McGill. The Captains are rolling here now, 16-10. And set number 2. And a timeout to come from Nicole Gwynn in her third.
Neck.
I don't know how earrings work, but
McGill continues.
and she reinserts his ball into play. Crockett will pass it over to
will
Allred. Allred will have to tip it over. McGill with the pass. Gives it up to Allred. Allred will have to tip it over.
Now Katie Piper in the block gets a recovery.
Gives it up to
And
Lucernoni.
McGill with the
Piper in
kill.
the block gets a recovery.
And she
And
goes back to
McGill
serve
with
again.
the kill. And she goes back to serve again.
Push over with the ball. Tyler McGill with the Knights off guard. Push over with the ball.
Shaky is a good way
Catching
to
the Knights
describe
off
that.
guard.
Captain's up now 7. Shaky is a good way to describe
In the
that.
second
Captain's
set.
up now 7. Looking to make this a 3-set match.
Second set.
Looking to make this a 3-set match. Ball rolled over from the back line at Gwen. McGill,
Ball
Piper
rolled
with
over
the
from the back line
kill.
at Gwen.
Katie Piper. McGill, Piper with the kill. Katie Piper.
Are definitely rolling here. And they're also
The
doing a
Captains
great
are
job
definitely
stopping
rolling
Hannah
here.
Allred from
They're also
getting
doing a
any
great
points
job
for
at
the Knights.
stopping
Hannah Allred from getting
Crockett.
any points for the
Gonna
Knights.
give it up to Heyer.
Crockett.
Now to Allred.
Give it up to
Allred
Heyer.
sends it into the tape and down.
Crockett
Now to Allred.
Captains now
Allred
lead
sends it into the
19 to
tape
10.
and
They've
down.
almost doubled the score.
Captains now lead 19-10. They've almost doubled the
Allred
score.
Still can't get anything, and McGill goes back for yet another
Allred
still
serve.
can't get anything, and McGill goes back.
McGill with
for
the
yet
serve into the
another
hands of
serve.
Allred. Allred now to Crockett. Back to
McGill with the
Allred.
serve into the hands of
Lucernoni
Allred.
with
Allred
a
now to
touch.
touch.
Back to Allred. But she sends
Lucernoni
it
with
into
a
the depths of the
touch.
Freeman Center. But she sends it into the depths of the Freeman
Finally,
Center.
Allred is able to get a point, and now she's back to serve. Allred is able to get a point, and now she's back to serve.
Captain's looking to side out here. The Captain Faithful looking to side out here is serving, and the Captain Faithful, a mistake there by Newsom, she'll send it serving and into the top of the net there by Newsom, she'll send it. Allred looking to continue into the top of the net, run here down. Allred looking to continue a little bit of a run here, down by 7. Allred. Tough pass from number 14, Crawford, and it was just a bad offensive possession for the Captains overall, as Lousy gave to Piper. Piper didn't really have much to do with it either.
Missed hit by the Captains, starting to build some momentum for the Knights by giving away the Knights errors. Get a crucial point back, continue their run of sorts.
Piper now into the block, will tip it over, and a good read by Piper.
Piper getting some redemption there from the miss hit earlier and places it perfectly.
Captains lead by 7, need 5 to win the set. Piper is serving to Gwen, now to the outside, and a kill from number 12, Allison Tiggs.
Utah Knight
looks to continue to crawl back.
An ace there, and it's 20-15.
Piper
with the dig.
McGill and Chirico. That's not a manicure, that's not a pedicure.
Now
that
by
is
5, and McKinley Knight.
The Captains have 4 points now to go to win the
Utah.
set. Looks to continue to crawl back for the Knights. Piper with the dig. McGill and Chirico. That's not a manicure, that's not a pedicure. That is a strong kill from number, I believe it was 12 points now to go to win the set.
Tiggs, Tiggs. There's one of them.
McKinley Knight took the ball full on to the face there. Knights recognizing that it's not working through number 15, Hannah Allred, so they're going to Tiggs.
That ball.
It's worked.
A strong kill from number, I believe it was 12, Allison Tiggs.
A good dig by Knight. Tiggs, Tiggs.
And over and into the block. And Caleb Newsom says you'll get nothing and like it. 22-16 for the Captains.
Allred, so they're going to Tiggs. Blocked by Newsom. It's worked. The Knights into
McGill. Newsom. A good dig by Knight. Sent over and into the block. And Caleb Newsom says you'll get nothing and like it. 22-16 for the Captains.
Get 3 quick block by Newsom.
We're just now serving
Knights into some confusion.
with a lead.
The ball
sent over, and she'll lose that serve right away. So all gets tipped and sent out of play. Captains lead still 5.
Ashley Burgess comes back to serve.
Created an insurance policy for themselves earlier in the set. Penny Gwen now.
We're just now serving
with a lead.
Serve.
The ball sent over, and she'll lose that serve right away. Crawford give it up to Burgess.
Gets tipped and sent
down
out of play. Captains
to
lead
the hardwood
5.
from the hands of Riley Garrison. It's 23-17. An insurance policy for
Powerful
themselves earlier in the set. Penny Gwen now
Excellent job.
to serve.
Captains now only 2 away.
Gwen to Crawford. Crawford give it up to Burgess. And down
with the pass.
to the hardwood
from
the hands of Riley Garrison. It's 23-17.
Just a little bit far from
Penny Gwen, and the Captains now 1 point away, and a timeout will come from Southern Virginia. And the Captains now an unforced error really away from
with the pass.
taking care of business here in set number 2.
Austin
Just a little bit far from,
for all intents and purposes, this one knotted up
now
at
1 point
1.
away. And
Captains Katie Crawford now serving for the set.
24-17 our score here in set number 2. Crawford up. Ball sent by Crockett into a block from number 15. That is Allred. And Lucernoni will somehow manage to get it back over the net. And down to the hardwood from Katie Piper. Captains take the second set. 25-17. So we've had 25-23 in favor of the net.
And welcome back to the Freeman Center for set number 3. This thing's knotted up at 1, and Austin into a very crucial set number 3. If you're either side, what do both sides have to do very quickly? One key to success for the Knights and the Captains here in set number 3.
The Captains need to keep momentum going. They've done a great job in the last set, winning by believe it was 8 points. And the Knights, they need to get number 15, Hannah Allred, back on her game. She's been a crucial part of the Knights offense and has been sort of letting them down at this point.
And Austin, after the Captains dropped such a close first set, they seem to have dominated in set number 2, and here so far in set number 3 they're getting rolling with the first few points, make it 3.
Hardwood 5-1.
In set number 2, and here so far in set number 3 they're getting rolling with the first few points, make it 3 now.
Giving an easy pass, perfect set, and
the Captains were able to answer the Knights in set number 2. How do, beyond Allred, if they continue to struggle to get her going, how do the Knights retaliate here in set 3? Tigers.
Well, they need to find their own groove.
A good dig by
other players.
McGill, kind of sent it towards the captain's bench. Chirico hustled after it.
Some damage to the
couldn't get it before it hit the floor.
They weren't really giving her the ball. They kept trying to go through Allred, but I think their essential part to get back into this game will be number 12 Teagues.
The first point of the set there from number Crockett. I believe it was 15 Allred. Win there in Crockett to start the scoring here for this time to Tigers. The Knights. Piper from the back. The Knights in white on the left side. Gets into the bottom of the net. Blue on the right. Piper with a dig there from Allred. Knight back to Allred. And McGill get the offense rolling. Caitlin Newsom slams it to the hardwood 5-1.
The Knights were forced to bump it over there, and they truly paid for it. Giving an easy pass, perfect set, and an even better kill.
Crockett to Tigers. Lucernoni to Piper. Crockett, Knight, Tigers. And a good dig by McGill. Kind of sent it towards the captain's bench. Chirico hustled after it. Couldn't get it before it hit the floor beyond the hardwood. Now McKinley Knight. McGill to Chirico. Crockett to Gwynn. Crockett this time to Tigers. Piper from the back. Crockett will have to chase after it. Gets into the bottom of the net. And there's another point for the Captains.
Another long, drawn-out points that goes in the favor of the Captains. There haven't been too many of those, but on the ones that there have been, the Captains have definitely capitalized.
Oh, and like in the long sleeve white
touch of the Captain's
serve.
Captain's looking around confused.
We'll rotate. They're not sure who it went off of, but I guess it did. Oren gives it up. Even a fingernail counts that one out of play. Makes it 7-4. Number 13, Gwen. Off the tape. We'll try again after the double touch. Garrison from McGill. Just above the block. 6-3. Doubles the captain's lead.
Force error there by the Captains. Garrison wondering on the previous lifeline who getting back and gave up that point, but decided doesn't matter. She'll just take one of her own. Knights having 3 points. The Captains 6. Looking to start some momentum of their own.
That one from Hannah Allred.
Allred hit it with a lot of power.
Quickly as Allison Tighe sends it into the net.
A diving dig from Josie Lucernoni, not
out
quite
comes
enough.
Newsom and in comes Garrison. As does Ashley Burgess. And a miscommunication right down the seam between Crawford and just with a line drive. Lucernoni, not the first time Lucernoni's missed one of those tonight. It's 8-6.
Power was there, but the placement was not. Oh, it looked like it went off a touch of the captain's block.
Crawford pass up to Burgess. Burgess to Garrison. No rotate.
That's a kill for Riley Garrison.
But I guess it did. And even a fingernail counts that one out of play. Makes it 7-4.
Delivering a powerful hit. Unable to be
off the tape. Burgess. Garrison just above the block. Doubles the captain's lead.
Garrison wondering on the previous point who gave up that point, but decided doesn't matter. She'll just take one of her own.
That one from Hannah Allred.
Allred hitting
Who
with
it
a
was,
lot
maybe
of power
Garrison
throughout
in the
this
net.
whole game.
Gives the point
Diving
up to
dig from Josie Lucinoni, not
the
quite
visiting
enough,
Knights,
and it sails out of
and
bounds.
now Laurie Crockett will take a miscommunication right down the seam between Crawford and Lucernoni. Not the first time Lucernoni's missed one of those tonight.
Into the shoulder of Crockett and out of play. It's 10-7.
The captains early on in this set looked very loose as they were even
Crawford,
dancing during the
pass
break,
up to
getting the
Burgess.
momentum
Burgess to
going,
Garrison.
having fun.
And that's a kill for Riley Garrison.
Riley Garrison delivering a powerful hit, unable to be controlled by Southern Virginia, and it goes into the net and falls to the floor.
Here comes Terrell McBride now to serve. Allred is a bad pass, ends up on the Knights side, and Allred just took it out of the air and sent it away. Allred now back to serve on the baseline of the basketball court. Not sure who it was, maybe Garrison in the net. To McGill, and McGill gives it up. Point up to Newsom for a perfect kill. Visiting Knights, and
perfect kill, finding the perfect spot right in the back corner, right in between the Southern Virginia defenders.
Behind the baseline. Allred again in the middle. The shoulder of Crockett and out of play. It's that was higher in the 19.
The captains early on in this set, Caitlin very got to the ball with dancing during the break, getting the momentum going, having tried to touch it as they do, and it looks like they stiffened up once they started to lose that lead. And the captains, I feel like that they just
speaking of Crawford, she has a strong hit into the hands of Knight. Knight can't pass it up. She passes it out,
but they
out of play,
and it works really well for them. But some miscommunication there.
That ball sent down from Allred is a bad pass, ends up
except the front line
on the Knights side, and Allred just took it out of the air and sent it away.
No one there.
Allred now back to serve on the baseline of the basketball court. Crawford with the pass to McGill, and McGill gives it up to Newsom for a perfect kill.
Serving error for the captains. Perfect kill, finding back to the Knights spot, right in the back corner, right in between the Southern Virginia defenders.
And to the hardwood. Allred again in the middle. Forgive me, that was higher. Hugh Taylor, 19.
Looked like Caitlin Newsom got to the ball with the block, but it fell not able to control it. Neither was tried to touch it, and the ball sails far out of bounds. Misdirected the ball out of the path of number 14, Katie Crawford,
and
the captain.
Ace. Speaking of Crawford, makes it a 14-10 game into the hands of Knight. Knight can't pass it up. She passes it out. A little bit of a lead here by 4. Out of play. But not necessarily sizable or comfortable enough to ease up.
Would have been a good pass, except the front line of the Knights.
Burgess,
to the back
Lucernoni,
Oren.
Allred, push back over. Captain's return. Crockett. This one from 14, Lahones, and it's into the block for Roof.
Another block by number 15, Riley Garrison, the captains. The best blocker on her team and one of the better ones in the country. Like number 9, really doing a great job tonight, sealing the net, keeping points headed in the captain's direction.
And to the hardwood. Garrison leads the team, or at least led the team coming into this game with 80 blocks on the year.
Powerful hit by the captains.
Won't get one there, and it's 15-11.
And the ball sails far out of bounds. 15-11, only 4 points between the Knights and the captains. And
Burgess makes it a 14-10 game, and we're
whole night.
Moving along. Captains have a little bit of a lead here by 4, but not necessarily sizable or comfortable enough to ease up.
Back into her own floor. Unfortunate, unforced error for the
Burgess, Lucernoni, Oren. Allred, push back over. Captain's return.
A good dig there by Crawford.
This
ends
up
on the hands of Oren.
Lahones, and it's into the block
Burgess.
for
Oren again. Oren
Another
gets
block
picked
by
up.
number 15,
Now Allred
Ryan
after the pass
Garrison,
from Crockett.
the best blocker on our team and one of the better ones in the country. Really doing a great job tonight, sealing the net.
I believe it was Burgess who took a
headed
shot to
in
the face
Captain's
from
direction.
Garrison, and everybody stopped to make sure she was okay. Garrison leads the
Garrison
team,
getting up there
or at
for
least
the
led the
block.
team coming into this game with 80 blocks on
Off
the
her
year.
hands, goes to set it up again.
Won't get
Little
one
pass
there, and
that
it's
accidentally
15-11.
backs up into Burgess, and no one is there for the captains. 15-11, only 4 points between the
Burgess
Knights
now
and the
to
captains,
Garrison.
and it feels like it's been this way the whole night.
No chemistry
Really
affected
close
there
back
between
and
them.
forth
Burgess
game.
will try again, this time to Piper from the back row. A dig there. And
Hit by
Allred.
Garrison goes off the top of the tape,
Lucignoni
back
punches
into
it
the
up.
floor.
Oren now.
Unfortunate.
A good dig
unforced
there,
error
and Knight
for the
continues it.
captains.
In the back row, and Gwen gets the kill. It's 15-14. A good dig there by
Definitely
Crawford.
doing it on the
Ends up on the
surge
hands of
for the
Oren.
Knights, having these
And blocked.
serves
Lucignoni,
that
Burgess,
dip
Oren again.
just
Oren
before the captains
gets
were able to
picked
reach
up.
them
Now
and force
Allred after
diving
the pass
digs.
from Crockett. And Hannah. Allred ties it up. And you know, they don't all have to be bangers, but that certainly was one. It knocks this one up at
Garrison
15.
and
And a
everybody
timeout
stopped to
from
make sure
Lindsay
she
Birch.
was
We'll take a
okay.
break. You're watching Captain's Volleyball in the home of
Garrison
CNU
getting up there
Athletics.
for the block. Off her hands, goes to set it up again for a pass, but accidentally backs up into Burgess, and no one is there for the captains.
Burgess now to Garrison. No chemistry affected there between them. Burgess will try again, this time to Piper from the back row. A dig there. And Allred. Lucignoni punches it up. Oren now. A good dig there, and Knight continues it. In the back row, and Gwen gets the kill. It's 15-14.
Wynn definitely
The
doing
Knights
it on the
faithful
serves
from Buena
for the
Vista,
Knights,
Virginia.
having these
Making the road
serves
trip
that
out here,
dip
giving their team support.
just before
Down
the
on the
captains
left
were able to
side
reach
of the
them and
bleachers
force
here at the
diving
Freeman
digs.
Center. We appreciate you tuning in on CNUsports.com/live. Austin Robert Smith here. Hannah
In a 15
Allred
game.
ties it up.
Allred will send
And
it
you know,
over.
they don't all have to be bangers,
now
but
the
that
Piper in the back
certainly
row
was
gets it
one. It
up.
knocks this one up at
Crockett.
15. And a timeout.
Ball straight down the line.
The Knights faithful from Buena Vista, Virginia, making the road trip out here, giving their team support.
Ball gets over the
Down
block.
on the left side of the
Burgess
bleachers
to
here at
Piper
the
from the
Freeman Center.
outside.
We appreciate you tuning
Allred's
in.
going to set it
on
over the net.
CNUsports.com/live.
The Captains will get to
Austin
try
Rich,
again
Robert
with
Smith
Piper.
here.
In a 15-15 game. Hannah Allred will send it over.
Over to Allred, and now to Piper in the back row. Gets it out of play. It goes.
Crockett.
And they're
Look
calling
for
for a
number
tip.
14,
Everybody
that
is.
is
and
Loans.
Eventually,
This time 14
one
for the
is
Captains off
called
the
on
tape
what
and
seems
down.
to be Piper.
And Crawford's got the kill.
17-16.
Crucial point there for the captains. Good
sportsmanship
sportsmanship
though
by the
stopping the
captains,
Knights'
especially
run
Garrison,
at 5.
claiming that there was in fact a tip. The Knights are able to crawl their way
Almost
back
shows
in the sense that they know
5
they can
straight
win
points.
this,
Do or
even
die
giving up
time
points
for the
like
captains.
this.
Captains continuing
Allred
to abide
into the
by the
block.
honor code here. That one out of
Now
play, and
Gwen.
it's tied up
Gives it
17-17.
to Burgess, who passes it up to Piper with the kill.
So this set beginning to look a lot like set number one. We're knotted up at
Set
17.
Piper
First one to
perfectly
25
as
takes
she's
the
able to
set, win
blast
by
the
2.
ball straight down the line.
And back to serve goes number 14, Haley Loans. Crawford. Lucignoni, Katie Piper with the kill.
Ball gets over the
And
block.
Piper adds another one to her
Burgess to
already
Piper from the
impressive day.
outside.
Allred's going to set it over the net. The
Piper
Captains will get to
looking
try
for a
again with
start.
Piper. Knight. Over to Allred, and out of play it goes. And they're calling for a tip. Everybody is, and eventually one is called on what seems to be Piper. So 17-16.
Good sportsmanship, though, by the captains, especially Garrison, claiming that there was, in fact, a tip. Almost shows the sense that they know they can win this, even giving up points like this. Captains.
Captains continuing to abide by the honor code here.
18-18.
Back to
That
serve.
one out of
Number
play,
6,
and it's
Liberty
tied up
Crockett.
17-17.
The 5'7" sophomore back to serve. The ball is up.
So this set beginning to look a
net,
lot like
and a
set
hand
number
pass
1.
there
We're knotted
from
up at 17.
Crawford, and
First one,
quick
25 takes the
1-2,
set, win by 2.
and DeChirico gets
And
herself
back
a
to
kill.
serve goes number 14, Haley Loans. Crawford. Lucernoni. Katie Piper with the kill. And Piper adds another one to her already impressive day.
Arms of the Knights defense. Piper looking to start a small run for the Captains, or maybe even make it into a large run, but get some breathing room for this crucial third set.
All red now. Carolyn McBride now to serve for
Into the block, and the block came from
that ball's
Newsom,
lofty and short.
and
a good dig
DeChirico.
And
That
Hannah
tandem
Allred gives it
makes
back
it a
to McBride.
point lead.
Piper
for
now into a block.
Newport.
McBride
20-18
now as McGill has the serve again.
And DeChirico.
DeChirico coming down from that block.
McBride again.
Pumping her
And
fist,
out of play.
but unfortunately the serve goes into the net for the Captains.
And it's
This one
18
getting
all.
a little bit closer now. The lead is
Great
cut in
serve
half.
by
It's
McBride
20-19.
and three great digs, but unfortunately it doesn't result in anything.
Serve
for
coming
the
from
Captains.
Hannah Allred. Allred up. 18-18. Crawford's going to be tight on the
Back
net.
to serve.
And a good
Number
pass
6
there
Lily
as
Crockett.
McGill salvages it.
5'7"
And
sophomore
Newsom
back
gets
to
the
serve.
kill.
The ball is up.
That one was
Over the net.
very
And a
tight
hand
on the net,
pass
almost
there
on the other
from
side. Newsom
Crawford
manages to
quick
kill the ball after a
1-2,
nice one-handed pass from
and
Tyler McGill.
DeChirico gets
And
herself
Piper's
a kill.
back to serve. Knight.
Brooklyn
Crockett.
wasn't the strongest
Gwen
hit,
into the
but
block
they
and
did
in
everything
play.
on that
It's a
previous second.
22-19 game. The Captains are going crazy. A timeout now from Southern Virginia and Austin. What does Southern Virginia need to do to pick up these 3 points back?
Well, they need to hit around the block of the Captains. The Captains block doing a
Allred
fantastic
now.
job these past few points.
Into the block, and the block came from Newsom and DeChirico. And that tandem makes it a 2-point lead for Christopher Newport. 20-18 now as McGill has the serve again.
DeChirico coming down from that block with it, pumping her fist. But unfortunately, the serve goes into the net for the Captains.
This one getting a little bit closer now. The lead is cut in half. It's 20-19. Serve coming from Hannah Allred. Allred up. Crawford's going to be tight on the net. And a good pass there as McGill salvages it and Newsom gets the kill. That one was very tight on the net, almost on the other side. Newsom manages to kill the ball after a nice one-handed pass from Tyler McGill. And Piper's back to serve. Knight. Crockett. Gwen into the block and in play. It's a 22-19 game.
It's
The Captains are going crazy.
The Captains looking to take set number
Anyone
2
else they can.
with a convincing finish
But
here.
whatever they're doing right now, it's not really working for them.
As they would go ahead 2-1 going into the fourth.
Knights
Feeding Hannah Allred quite a lot. Also looking for Tiggs and Penny Gwen. Austin,
They're going to
obviously
need to
a
get
lot of
something
serving
going here.
is
Down
rhythm.
by
You think
3.
the big
Needs to
reason for
push
this
6 to
timeout is
win.
to throw Katie Piper off.
Katie
the rhythm.
Piper back.
I mean, the Knights
Captains
looking
need
for
3 to win the
anything
set.
that They can to help them at this point. Captains at 24, 1 away.
Knight,
Need a side out.
Teagues,
And
Allred.
then need to get the next,
McGill.
next 5 or 6
DeChirico.
points in a row. if they
Crockett.
want any hope of
Pass
saving
up.
this third set.
Katie
And
Piper
out
as we
of play, the
return,
Captains win the
24-19,
point.
Serves it up.
It's 23-19.
Knight. Crockett. This time Teagues.
Another point for the Captains, sitting at 23,
Katie Crawford.
only 2 away.
And that ball goes off of Allison Teagues and to the floor. And the Captains win set number 2.
Excuse me,
And that
that's
second
block,
set,
and Newsom
which is
does
set
it
number
again.
3.
25-19.
Newsom
So
and
we've got
DeChirico
set
doing
number
an
4 coming. The
excellent
Captains
job
lead
for the
2
Captains
sets.
Next 5 or 6 points in a row if they want any hope of saving this third set.
Katie Piper as we return. 24-19 serves it up. Knight. Crockett. This time Teagues. Katie Crawford. And that ball goes off of Allison Teagues and to the floor. And the Captains win set number 2. Excuse me, their second set. Austin, what do the Knights need to do? Set number 4 here. To force a fifth.
The Knights definitely need to get up there and start blocking the Captains. Haven't seen too many blocks in this past third set. And also look other ways to get points. And also even eliminate on unforced errors. That's really been plaguing this match that they lost.
Katie Piper there with the initial hit. This time Tiggs. Now Gwen. Lucernoni over to Piper again. Push it over. This time looking for Tiggs on the right side. And Tiggs gets the kill.
Southern Virginia starting the set off right. Getting on the right foot. Scoring an early point.
Allred now with the serve. And the kill this time comes from Caitlin Newsome. It's 1-1.
The Captains not at back up instantaneously at 1-1. Hopefully they'll be able to serve this momentum that they have going winning the past two sets into their third set, fourth of the match.
The ball gets sent out of play. The Captains take their first lead in the set. And that went out of play again. 3-1 Captains.
Knight's able to get the hit around the block. Unfortunately, falls on the opposite side of the line, and they give away a point. To the Captains on the serve error. Give one right back to them. And more importantly, perhaps give them a serve. Number 18, McKinley Knight, specialist, back to serve.
Crawford, and that one sent over and out of play from number 14, Haley Loans.
Captains also looking to increase the number of unforced errors. Been a plague that affected this match.
Another unforced error there for the Knights. The Captains now up 5-2.
Lucernoni back to serve again. Looking to get going for the Captains. And hopefully finish this match in four. Hugs all around for number 9, Caitlin. She sends that ball to Southern Virginia, extending, and the Captains run here at the moment.
Lucernoni with the serve again, gives that one Tiggs. Lucernoni gets a touch on it, Piper sends it back over, and a Captain's lucky bounce. Tiggs again into the block, Captains rolling here. Set number 4.
Powerful block by the captain. Lucky break there earlier though. Popcorned around on the third and final hit. Just able to get it back over the net. Lucernoni with a strong serve into the top of the tape. Balls to her own side of the floor. Halting the Captains run at only 4.
Ball served long. And it's 8-3 Captains. Captains not trying to mess around with the fifth set. Looking to end things now after dropping set number 1, 25-23.
As close as this game has been, Southern Virginia hasn't been able to string more than one point at a time together. Southern Virginia hasn't been able to string more than one point at a time together. Strong kill and take back the serve. Hopefully, they'll be able to catch back up to the Captains. Otherwise, this is their last set and they're going home.
Burgess.
Otherwise,
Garrison.
This is their last set and they're going
ball
home.
Dug up. Burgess. Crawford now to the other side. Garrison. Ball dug up. Burgess. Crawford now to the other side. Lucernoni with the pass to Oren. Allred. Burgess. Lucernoni tries to get sneaky with it. Can't quite do it. Burgess. Garrison. Between the seams. Tries to get sneaky with it. Can't quite do it. Burgess. Garrison. Between the seam.
Hit the ball over back onto the Captain's side after only 2 hits, catching them off guard. It didn't work. Captains were ready, and Garrison just does it the old-fashioned way. Powerful kill straight to the floor.
Allred now with a kill.
Knights and the captains going back and forth, points. Neither one being able to get more than one serve.
Mahomes now with the serve. Garrison just gonna put it where they ain't. A little flick of the wrist. A little Kobe-esque fadeaway.
Wasn't a strong hit at all, but nevertheless found its way to the floor.
They don't all have to be bangers, Austin. All red though. Certainly has one there.
Captain's block getting up there, but not able to angle their arms. It goes off their arms out of play.
Crawford, Burgess, Piper, off the block, picked up by Knight. And Allred's going to get herself. But it's not going to be a good kill. And Katie Piper gets caught in the net. Had herself a kill. And Tiggs had herself a kill taken away there. But a point nevertheless for the visiting Knights.
Finally able to string consecutive points in this fourth set. But they get this right back to the captains on forced serving error as it goes straight into the net and falls to their side of the floor. Caitlin Newsom and senior Tyler McGill coming back into this match, serving.
11-7 in favor of the team on the left. McGill with the serve. Crockett. A kill there from Penny Gwen.
Neither team has really been able to claim this fourth set as their own. And a strong serve by the Knights. Just barely being able to return by the captains on free ball.
Gwen now. Sends it long. So Penny Gwen.
Wonder if the pressure of getting a crucial point for her team got to her there. Just hits it with too much power and sends it over the baseline.
Tiggs sends it into the block. Crawford throws her hands up. And a timeout for Southern Virginia. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to the Freeman Center, 13-8. Our score in set number 4. The Captains lead two sets to one.
Looking to close things out with another 12 points.
And they will head home for the evening, only to come back tomorrow for what I believe is senior afternoon or senior day.
Against Frostburg State here at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Tiggs.
McGill, Crawford. Crockett tries to save it, can't quite do it. Ends up getting sent over by Crockett. Rather Knight. Caitlin Newsom with a rocket off of the beautiful pass there from McGill, and it's 14-8.
He definitely got her fair share time there. Got as much of the ball as she looking to get and just straight to the floor.
Knight. That ball tickles the tape. Ends up touching the floor on the CNU sideline. It's a 5-point set. 14-9 in favor of the home team. As the Knights are to serve to Lucernoni. McGill. And just to get poked over by Piper. Right into the block of Piper and Newsom. 15-9.
Great job by the Captains to secure that point, keep their momentum going in this fourth set. Hopefully able to finish it in four. Back to serve.
That ball falls. And it's 15-10.
Ball just nudged over the net by the Knights, and it finds its way just behind the 5-foot line, 3-meter line. One of those. That's a point for the Knights.
Abby Oren has had a quiet night.
Abby Oren with a roll shot there. Rolling the ball right into the open space between all of the Knights. Falls to the floor and gives them a 6-point lead.
Abby Oren gets herself a kill there. 17-10. A lot going on this weekend here on campus. It is family weekend tomorrow. The captain's football program going to be in action as well as this volleyball team. Volleyball gets started at 1 o'clock, football at noontime. Ball bounces around. Burgess. Garrison. Picked back up and falls to the floor for a captain's point. They're up 18-10.
Miscommunication by the Knights, and their head coach is not happy. Set her clip down, not very gently, almost threw it to the floor. Just sat down, arms folded.
And a timeout to come from Southern Virginia. It's a 19-10 game. The captain's starting to sail away with this one. Like CJ Woolham court. The CNU captains just 6 points away, proving 6-0 in the Capital Athletic Conference. Heading into the final home game of the season tomorrow. Crockett over the outside to Gwynn. Pass by Knight again. Katie Piper from the back row. They'll go to number 14 Lahones this time. Garrison. All red. Lahones again. Lucernoni gives up to Burgess. Burgess pass to Oren. Off the block. All red. Now from the back row. This time number 13 Penny Gwynn. Gets the kill.
Penny Gwynn able to put her name back in our mouths for the Knights. Has been really quiet in these third and fourth sets. And hopefully starting to mount a comeback captain. But powerful kill by Oren.
Abby Oren nets herself another kill. Captains increase the lead once again to 9. It's 20-11 here. Katie Crawford with the serve. Crockett. All red. Into the block. Try it again. All red from the 10-foot line. Into the block. And that time it didn't go to the block. Rather to the tape. And the Knights are going to get called for 4.
A great job by the captains getting the block up again and again. Really shutting down the Knights' offense.
Short serve there from Crawford. Serves it up to Piper with the kill. Captains now up by 11 in set number 4.
Mishits and poor passes can often be perfect sets for members of the other team to just absolutely send the ball crashing to the floor.
Lucernoni get a hand on it. But it ends up on the bench. Desperation time here for Loans. She serves the ball up down 10. Ashley Burgess. Riley Garrison push it far. And the return push from Crockett. And all red with a kill. Makes it 22-13. Loans back again.
Knights fighting, stay in this. Captain's only 3 away from getting 25 and taking the match.
Dig by Crawford, pass by Burgess. Garrison with the kill.
Riley
Garrison makes it a 10-point game. The Captains need two.
Seems that the Captains had found a way to shut down the Knights after the first set. First set, they're still figuring them out, but at this point, they've definitely done their job.
Carolyn McBride now with a short serve, and that's an ace. And the Captains with set and match point ahead of them. Carolyn McBride now serving for the match. McBride's ball is up. Off the tape. Crockett. All Reds just going to have to roll it over. The Captains set their offense up. Burgess to Katie Piper with the kill. The Captains win the game. So the Captains, after falling in the first